Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Callan here with Droid Life. So you can see in front of me, I've got a couple of boxes unmarked. Well, if you look up there, you probably know what it is. This is the retail version of the OnePlus One. We opted for the Sandstone Black, which is a 64 gigabyte version. And so obviously you guys know well, here's the charger, but obviously you guys know the invite system is really the only way to get a hold of a device at this time, but we were able to get a hold of one. So we've already looked at pre-production units, and you guys have seen pre-production units get reviewed and stuff like that, but we actually have an official retail one in-house now. So thought we'd unbox it since we didn't unbox the other ones, and you know, this stuff's always kind of fun. So let's go and unbox, take a quick tour. And you know, I personally haven't had my hands on the device, so I would love to weigh in with sort of my thoughts and stuff like that. So here is the box. So I believe you guys have maybe seen this in a couple places, but we have it in-house now. So nice, actual pretty premium packaging. Again, Sandstone Black, 64 gigabytes. And this is the global version. So it'll work here in the US, on AT&T at least, if not T-Mobile as well, although I should probably verify that for you. So anyways, pull this little tab and slide out. This is really nice packaging, by the way. Open it up, and there is the device in Sandstone Black again. So pull this little tab, pop that out. What a big phone. All right, so we'll dive into the packaging, see what else. There is your USB cable, and this is your SIM tool. Believe it or not, it's actually tucked away in that little rubber thing. So yeah, pretty nice USB cable. It's almost like if you guys own Google Glass, you'll know that the Google Glass USB cable is really high-end cable, if there is such a thing. This actually feels and looks similar to that, just different color scheme. So let's pull open the charger, and then we'll finally get on with this. So thanks for the superstar sticker here, OnePlus. If we can get this, please. There we go. All right, so here is the charging adapter. So USB cord plugs right in there. Other end goes in your phone, and it charges. So odd little USB cable, but it's cool. It's actually nice. I actually appreciate when companies throw in higher end or better feeling premium like USB cable. So anyways, here is the device. So I've got it in hand. Again, this is my first time holding it. Obviously, this is a big phone. It's 5.5 inches. It's 1080p, about 400 pixels per inch. So really should be a really nice display anyway, but yes, you can see how big it is. It does have 3 gig of RAM. Also has a 2.5 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor, 5 megapixel camera up front. So, on the back, 13 megapixel camera there. A Sony Exmor sensor, by the way. 3100 milliamp hour non-removable battery, though you can take the back covers off. Obviously, this is the Sandstone Black again, and I haven't figured out how to take it off, so I'm not actually going to do that. But yeah, so premium specs all the way around. OnePlus didn't really skimp anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't have a micro SD slot, but not a lot of phones do these days. Here's your power lock switch on the right side. Up top, you have a headphone jack, noise canceling mic, and then on this side you have a volume rocker, and then that hole right there is actually for your SIM tray. And that SIM tool. On the bottom, USB charging port and speakers, another microphone. And again, you can take this off. I just haven't exactly figured out how to do that. I don't see a little slit anywhere, so I'll have to play with that later. But yeah, here it is. And you know, this matte, or the Sandstone Black, it's not really a matte finish. It's like a textured, sort of kind of rough almost. Not rough in a bad way, just has texture to it. It shouldn't be a fingerprint magnet or anything like that. Kind of nice, actually, doesn't feel bad. The phone overall, though, definitely does feel big, but let's power it on, see what we got. Oh, powered by Android. It's sort of standard these days, right? Google's mandating that happen, apparently. So there's the OnePlus logo as well. And you can't really see this, but it does have capacitive touch buttons, though Cyanogenmod will allow you to switch to on-screen buttons if you'd like. So I kind of wish they wouldn't have done that. I wish they would have just gone on screen. They would have taken away some of that chin and shrunken the sides of the device a little bit, but it is what it is. So welcome to Cyanogenmod. Let's try to skip all of this. Oh, and there you go. You can see the capacitive button. So menu, home, and back. And again, you can turn those off if you'd like, if you don't necessarily want those. So skip. Let's see if I can figure out how to skip. No, stop hitting that. Skip, skip, skip. Next. Oh, there we go. Use on-screen buttons. Let's go back to that. So you can actually toggle that right now during setup, and there you go. On-screen button's now on. So that's probably how I will use it. So let's go next. Next, finish. How many times do I have to click finish? At least twice. Oh, welcome. Hey, there we go. So this is Cyanogenmod 11S. And you can see they've got their own little skins on icons. Although it looks a little weird next to that Chrome icon, which doesn't fit the theme, but whatever. In the app drawer, pretty standard stuff. You know, Cyanogenmod still tries to look mostly like stock Android. They do have themes, and they've tweaked some settings and made some stuff their own. Like up here, you've got quick toggles, if that will focus. And then here is your quick settings. You can customize that, edit it, all that stuff. Go into settings, you'll see in here. It looks mostly like stock Android, but there's, you know, lock screen, themes, and interface settings that you would normally see. Just kind of, there's the buttons option up there in case you want to toggle back to capacitive or something like that. It's running Android 4.4.2 and Cyanogenmod. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we'll try to give it a good run through here. Again, I haven't really played with the device much. So, you know, I'm definitely interested to, you know, reveal my own thoughts after some time. Oh, here's the camera though. So they have their own camera app and it's supposed to take decent pictures. Again, it's 13 megapixel Sony Exmor sensor in there. You also do have, besides regular shooting, you do have sort of panorama, I believe, photosphere like. So they've got that. We'll play with this later. But anyways, you know, this is the OnePlus One. You know, I know it's tough to get a hold of right now. Oh, here it is next to the HTC One M8. So size comparison, it's actually not that much taller. The One M8 is really tall. So the size, again, on the OnePlus, it's a big phone. It's not massive, I wouldn't say. I just wish they would have not used capacitive. Oh, here it is next to the Z2. Z2 is really tall. And the Z2 is a 5.2 inch display, whereas the OnePlus is 5.5. So about the same size there. And yeah, I really would just wish they would have gone on screen only instead of capacitive, and it would have reduced that chin, and you would have had a 5.5 inch display and a device that was actually pretty dang small. So yeah, interesting. I'm interested to play with it. We'll give it some run. I'm not sure we'll do a full review on it, though we may try. It's just one of those phones that not everyone can get a hold of, at least now or maybe for a while. So oh, and here's the shimmy test. So if you go on screen buttons, you have less room to shimmy, I would argue. And so if you go that way, just kind of see how hard it is to shimmy to get up to the notification bar. And, you know, so far, just in my little time with it here, it's not too bad. So I'll give it some run. And especially with the G3 and its big screen coming out, I'm probably just going to have to get used to these big screens, right? So anyways, if you guys have comments, questions, want me to test anything in particular, I can do that for you. So this is the OnePlus One, and we are Droid Life, and we're out. Peace.